It's amazing on this day, the 4th of May, that Kai used to watch. Not always I used to talk. I used to just sometimes look and just bringing back some memories of the man that said he's advising Philip Brave Davis, the Prime Minister of the Commonwealth of the Bahamas, on what to do, who to buy, who not to sell Treasury Key to, because you would believe he owns Abaco, and only him one. Ma give him sense, or born with sense. He's the only one thing got common sense. But I'm 60 now, so I speak as a man. I've been doing that for a little while. Speak as a man. Eubert Ingram was never the brightest mind in politics. And it's evident, as he said that he has advised Brave Davis not to sell Treasury Key to the only man that has an interest in North Abaco. One man. But Eubert Ingram don't like him from years past. And he's given advice not to sell. But I want the Progressive Liberal Party to remember this one deal, the sale of BTC. Was this a guy who advised him to not to sell BTC, but to give it away? That we have Jamaicans calling us to send the money to Jamaica. Who advised him with the big head to sell that? Then we go to Cable Bahamas. Cable Bahamas. Remember that deal? Give it away again. They never ever live up to their contractual agreement to make sure that cable go to every island that had Bahamian living on it. Never did it. But that was a Eubert deal. Give it to your friends. And the Bahamas government never benefit from it. But this is the man that want to give people advice, that needed some advice himself. The only company in the country that was making millions, BTC. The man give it away to be sold for billions, millions, just give it away. That deal alone, Eubert Ingram should have been put in court for treason against the country. I remember that so clearly. They had that big fight downtown Nassau, and they throw piss in his face. So he said, you know what, I'm going to fix y'all. I'm going to give the company away. Y'all want to throw piss in my face? But Eubert is in no position to advise Brave Davis on not to sell Treasury Key to one person that could tie it up for 4 to 5 years just because he doesn't like the buyer. A lot of people don't like Eubert Ingram either. But it's not about Eubert Ingram. It is about the future generation of people of North Abaco. And how could it be held up so long? The only deal. I see Chester Cooper got multiple deals going on in Exuma for Exumians. I see Clay Sweeting got deals going on for Eleuthera. He looks real good. But I was telling him to watch that Disney deal. If Clay Streeton believe he's the smartest apple in the pot, go to Castaway Cay, right off of Sandy Point, and see how Bahamian is treating there. And every other person from all over the world, countries you have never heard of, is on Castaway Cay. That's how they treat Bahamians. They bring in outside people with ain't worth nothing in their country to manage over Abaco. But Treasure Cay deal is being stopped by the man that never brought one resort, not one hotel, not one plank, but he gave away the wealth of the country. BTC. Remember that deal? Who was his advisor? And then he brought Meister there. And what did Meister do? This new owner, or the fellow who's trying to buy it, is trying to put 2 hotels there. Hubert brought the worst deal ever in Treasure Cay when he brought Meister, because the first thing Meister did was to close the hotel. Let him talk that, since he's so good on advising and bringing deals. The only deal he brought was a bad deal, and we're stuck with Meister for 30 years, and finally, we're on a threshold of putting that bad memory of Meister behind us and start with something better than Hubert brought. That closed the hotel. One person want to open hotels, and Hubert is advising not to sell to the only person that is interested. But he forgot. And somebody ought to remind him about the brilliant deal he did when he screwed this country with the BTC deal and the Cable Bahamas deal. That's the history of him negotiating. On those 2 negotiations that was done by Hubert Ingram, he's not in any position to advise anybody on anything, and especially Treasure Cay, because he don't own Treasure Cay, nor does he have the money to develop Treasure Cay. He should be encouraging the growth for and of and by somebody that wants to empower his Abaconians. But just like the Negro of old, if they can't get it, they're just like a pigeon. They screw all over it. And that's what's happening with Treasure Cay deal right now. The only person that shouldn't have a say is holding up the Treasure Cay deal, Hubert Alexander Ingram, that don't know nothing about negotiation. If he did, BTC would be owned by Bahamians, and it would be upgraded and would have been the marvel of the Caribbean. So he's in no position to advise this Prime Minister on nothing. That's one of these Kai kids, just reminding you, you know, because I say what I mean what I say. That's all he good for. I just get angry then I see people don't have any love for their people. It's one of these Kai care deal. Brave, just remember the BTC deal that Hubert had so much in destroying this country, and the Cable Bahamas deal. And there's so many other deals that I can speak about. All the stuff that Mike Melman had planned for Bahamians on Bakers Bay. Hubert Ingram said, you don't have to do it for them. You just do for me. The hell with the Bahamians. That's why we are in the way we are now. It's late night. And Kai still cares to remind the Prime Minister that the worst deal of the country was done by Hubert Ingram, the BTC deal. So he can't advise nobody on nothing because Kai cares.